Now, screen printing, this is all that you need. You'll need emulsion, you'll need sensitizer, you'll need paraffin, and you'll also need jig and standard thinner. So those are the items that you'll need for screen exposure. Now, what I'm doing now, I'm just pouring the emulsion in a separate container. A very little amount of emulsion, not too much, depending on the screen you are trying to coat. Then with a very small quantity of sensitizer, you can see my sensitizer is still in powder form. I've not mixed it with water, so I just put in a small amount of sensitizer in, and then I just stir very gently. Now you saw my emulsion was in blue. We have various colors of emulsion, so mine was blue, and then when I mixed it with the sensitizer, you see the color changes to color green. The color changes to color green. So we can have different colors depending on the type of emulsion, color, and the sensitizer. Now after the emulsion is mixed with the sensitizer, you just pour a little amount of the mixture of emulsion depending on the size of the screen that you need to coat. Then I'll use a roller to coat the screen. So with one run, then another run, and then there we go. My screen has an even coat. Then you revert back the excess to the container to save the emulsion. So I'll just do another coat, then releasing the excess emulsion. You can see I'm trying to create an even coat. So your coat must be very much even. Then make sure you coat both the outside area and the inside area. Both areas must be coated. You just tilt the screen, then you just coat the inside area of the screen, making sure you have an even and a smooth coat without any ridges. You remove the excess, getting it back to the container as we go. Then now you can see I'm trying to just making sure the emulsion is well settled in there. Then now after that, make sure you clean whatever you use to mix with. Just clean it immediately with the ruler. Just clean it with a rag or anything that you get. Just clean it, and then I'll just clean the edges of the screen where emulsion has some excess. I'll just clean it on the edge. Now I'll use the hairdryer. A hairdryer is very cheap, a very cheap gadget you can use to quickly dry the screen. Now the distance should be very, very not close to the mesh, because when the distance is very much close, it will burn the mesh. So make sure the distance is just, you have some distance between the mesh and the dryer. So you dry both outside and inside. Now after the screen is dry, I'll just take my artwork and then I'll revert back, and then I'll use the paraffin now. Now the paraffin simply helps to make the artwork clear. It creates a clear paper. So it makes the paper become transparent. I'll just pour in the whole paper. The whole paper should be filled with paraffin so that the paper changes to transparent. Now after that, I'll just make sure it's just removing the bubbles. Not a must remove all the bubbles, but at least clear some bubbles away, and then make sure the screen, the artwork is well aligned with the screen. Just trying to clear the mesh. Then make sure you there is enough paraffin in the artwork or on the paper itself. Make sure the artwork alignment is very straight and in accordance with the screen. Now, when I'm done with that, then now I'll expose my screen. Now, I'm using a bulb that is 500 watts, a 500 watts bulb. The distance between the bulb and the screen should be 14 inches. 14 inches. Now, I'm exposing for 7 minutes. For 7 minutes, so you should have your timer on. After I'm done now, I'll just wash. I'll use water, normal water, and a sponge. I'll just wash the artwork. Now, immediately you wash it already, you must see already my artwork is already open. I'm having a stencil there. It's already open. Then make sure you use a very smooth object like a sponge. A sponge will do well. And then gently just scrub on the artwork area. Gently. Now you can see I'm not using so much force. Very gentle. I'm very gentle in cleaning the screen, and you can see already the artwork is already showing. In seconds, it should show in seconds. When you just wash it, the stencil should just come out by itself. Then now I'll use my bottle spray, and then I'll just spray around the artwork area. I'll just spray around the artwork area only. So you can adjust your pressure, a very small amount of pressure, and then I'll just spray on the artwork area to remove those small particles of emulsion. And then now my screen is done. My screen is already done. You can see my screen is done. My screen is already done, and then I'll just dry the screen to remove the wetness using the dryer. I'll just dry the screen very quickly. So that's how you expose a screen in just some few seconds. And then in printing we have several sizes of squeegees. You can see that is a 30 centimeter squeegee. I usually use that in a very big screen, and then I have a small squeegee rubber. You can see it's a sharp edge, and then I have a blunt edge squeegee. Now you should have different sizes of squeegees depending on the artwork. Sometimes you might have a very small artwork. Now you can't use a very big squeegee. So that's how you do that. And then you can now wash away the screen using the jig and the standard thinner. So these two are used in washing the emulsion away. So the jig and the thinner. So that is it, guys. So thank you.